Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. My name is Bob Lennon, president of ThermalWood Canada, host for the show. And today, Carole Johnson is our special guest. Carole, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Carole, let's talk a little bit about who you are, and then we'll get into talking why we've got all these beautiful animals behind us, okay? But, you're from here.
Yes.
How did you get to owning a farm and having a whole bunch of horses?
All right. Well, so to start from the beginning, I'm born and raised here in Bathurst. I've known you for many years.
Yes, many years, yeah.
Many years. So I'm a nurse. I've been nursing for 23 years, and I've worked at the Bathurst Hospital. And in 2021, I was put off of work for a burnout. And I returned to work after that. And in 2022, I was put off work again. Part of it was long hours at the hospital and the pandemic that...
that didn't help anybody.
No, that really didn't help anybody whatsoever. And it was hard on the staff at the hospital, but it was hard on everybody, basically. Yep. So I had gotten into horses in 2020. Yeah, 2020. And during the pandemic, when everybody was in isolation, couldn't get out, I had my horses to go to. So they were my main source of let's say, therapy, I guess you could say, for me.
Yeah.
And so I would spend hours after my work just to love them and care for them. And kind of sparked the idea of, if they can help me with, my healing journey, I wonder if I could use them for others. And so I was kind of playing around with that idea, but like I said, I had returned to work again, and things were pretty hard at work. And finally, when I was put off of work again, throughout that summer, I was thinking of, okay, how can I keep nursing and heal at the same time? But like I said, I also needed to think of my future. I needed to regain my balance as a person, but also as a nurse.
So you've linked everything together. You've been able to, because not only, we talked a little bit about this too before we had the interview, and we talked about the animals. But you're not only looking at potentially helping yourself and looking at others, but these animals got something special too about them, right?
These animals are pretty much all rescues that we had. Some of them were beaten, some of them were starved, some of them were completely just abandoned. So it was a very hard process just to get them to trust us, and so that we could care for them. So we did it. We managed to do it. And unfortunately, we had to put two to sleep last year. We had to put them down because they were, I had a Clydesdale by the name of Buddy, who was 26. And my first horse, Andy, he was really severely beaten. So it was a decision. It was a hard decision, but we put them to sleep. But at the same time, we learned a lot from them. And, we keep on moving. We took new horses that we rescued, and it's a challenging job, I guess, but they brought a lot to us. And I think with all of them, I would be able to give back to the community as far as therapy, equine therapy. So in October 2023, I went to Nova Scotia for the HEART program, which is equine therapy, through activities on the ground. So basically, people, it's by appointment only, and all the information will be on my website. And people can come here and just be with the horses. There's different activities that they can do, like brushing, walking, feeding the horses with me. We can create like little obstacle courses and work with the horses. And it's all about, reconnecting with themselves and with the horses. So that is one of the activities that we will be doing. Then we also have the holistic nurse coaching. That's a course that I took mostly because it helped me heal. and it helped me to move forward. And so basically what it is anybody that's looking to move forward in life in a positive way, to reconnect with themselves. And they can come here. There's a process, it's a nursing process. So there's the interview, there's a nursing, like I said, the nursing process and everything can be done in my office, or it can be done outside with the horses. So we listen to what the client wants to achieve in life, their goals. And then we sit down, we focus, we set the goals, and then we work together in order for the client to achieve those goals.
Well, what's really interesting about all of this story is the fact that, you had a career as a nurse, okay? Because of everything that was going on, that career kind of disappeared in a way, but you haven't lost track of all that learning that you did and all that schooling that you did and the experience that you've gained from that. But now you've taken an experience of healing for yourself and turned it around and looked at it. What's the possibility here? And possibilities are endless. And to think about being able to take the possibility of, loving these animals and being able to take care of them and not only your experience, but taking care of the animals and helping them out, and now turn that into something that's pretty impressive when you think about it.
I knew that even though I was off on sick leave, I knew I still wanted to be a nurse. Mm-hmm. I just had to figure out how I was going to do it. So that's why I decided to do that course. And to do the holistic nurse coaching, you have to be a certified nurse.
Okay.
And we take our nursing knowledge that we had, that I've had in the hospital setting, and we also blend it with the holistic, which is the approach of the whole person. So we blend those two together, and the main goal at the end of the sessions is to achieve a better, healthier version of yourself.
Well, congratulations. Because in many, many cases, people have a hard time linking things together. And you've been able to make that path and to link everything else together and to, I look around, I love horses. Unfortunately, my allergies don't allow me to go, but they're like big dogs, but much more intelligent sometimes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. They do teach us a lot, depending on a person's moods. Like, I still have days that my anxiety is pretty high. So whenever that happens, I'll walk into the paddock with the horses, and there's a certain horse that will approach me. And then there's days that I come here and I'm full of energy and I want to achieve everything. There's a different horse that's going to show up and be next to me. So they can sense how you're feeling. And some of them are like, whoa, no, I'm not approaching her whatsoever today. But I do have one of the horses, Rolly. He's my therapist. I can tell him whatever I want. He listens to me, not that he has a choice, but he could always walk off. But no, he's right there next to me, and I'm lucky enough that I can hug him without dying. Yeah. And no, they're a joy to have, but it is a lot of work. And there's safety issues. Anybody that wants to interact with the horses, there's a safety briefing that needs to be done before. And it's not as easy as just coming here and walking in, Well, and safety is important.
And they're a little bit bigger than a puppy.
Yeah, and it really hurts when they walk on your feet.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Not intentionally.
But they're big animals, and they have their own fears, and they will spook. And but our main goal is always to make sure that the client and the horse is, in a safe setting. Yeah.
So you've got, you said 10 horses. Does that include your 2 donkeys, which I love?
No, it's 10 horses, and we have 2 miniature donkeys, and we also have 4 baby sheeps right now that just kind of happened. So we have 4 sheep, ducks, chickens. So what we've noticed is that teenagers and up mostly want to interact with the horses, and the younger kids absolutely loves the chickens and the ducks.
Okay.
They don't necessarily want to interact with the horses because they're so big.
Yeah.
But so everybody comes here and they have their personal preference of who they want to interact with. And for people that do not want to interact with the animals whatsoever, then we do the sessions in my office where everything's confidential and, very calm.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you and feels that they need help and they figure that this might be a good way of doing it, how do they reach you?
They can always reach out through my website. The website is swishingtails.ca. I do have a Facebook page, and they can always send me a message through that, and I will gladly respond. And if they want to chat, if they're not sure exactly how to go about which therapy would be better for them, then I will contact them, or they can contact me once we've established our first initial contact through Messenger. And I talk to them about different services that I have, and then we set something up, and I greet them here. And like I said, it's at individual sessions. When people come here, those gates are closed. There's nobody else on the property. It's just me and the person in question.
Okay. And here is up on St. Anne Street.
Yes.
And so I'm guessing here by where we are, the airport would be right behind the farm.
Right behind you.
All right.
There's like a few fields, and then there's the airport.
So that gives an idea of where you're located. So you're located here.
5 minutes from Walmart. That's my focal point.
Oh,
yes.
There we go. So Carole, again, I appreciate what you're doing for people. I think that you've gone through a big journey. I've known you since you've been this high. And I think what you're doing is great. That you've been able to link everything together is absolutely incredible. And that you're doing that for not only yourself, but for the animals and for the people that come. And so it's like somebody told me the other day and wrote in the book for me, is that it's pursuing and realizing those possibilities and turning up the heat. And because of that, I'd like to give you a hat that touches about the Northern Heat, because that's what it's all about. It's about people in our community that are doing great things. And I think that you are. So congratulations. And I wish you the best with your business, and you're going to get a lot out of it, I'm sure.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And there we have it. Another edition of Northern Heat for this week, the place to come to listen to the stories that haven't been discovered yet.